Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2024 movie titled One More Shot starring Scott Adkins. Please be advised that there might be spoilers ahead. The film begins with a heated shootout at the dock between CIA and a terrorist organization. A terrorist gang is transporting bombs and illicit weapons that they want to use to explode in Washington, D.C. Jenny, a CIA agent, leads the mission. After a tough battle, they defeat the terrorist organization. However, when they open the container, they find it empty. Jenny, perplexed, interrogates a suspected terrorist, but he denies knowing anything about the smuggling scheme she outlined. Meanwhile, a procession of cars is heading towards the airport. Inside one car, CIA Chief Mike is speaking with Nisa, the wife of suspected terrorist Amin Mansour, a British citizen of Arab heritage. Mike asks Nisa to get her spouse to reveal details regarding the suspected bomb. However, after being apart from her husband for several months, Nisa finds it difficult to express her views. Meanwhile, Amin has already been arrested and will be picked up at the airport. They wait at the airport for Amin Mansour to arrive. Jenny, who has overseen the airport's security, welcomes Mike. Jenny offers to help with other jobs, but Mike assigns her to accompany Nisa instead. Jenny is perplexed, as she is normally assigned more difficult tasks. Jake, a Special Forces member in the United States recognized for his remarkable skills, escorts Amin immediately after he arrives. Furthermore, Jake reveals that they were attacked while escorting Amin. When Amin sees his wife, Nisa, he approaches her with guilt and apologizes. However, Nisa, enraged and disappointed by Amin's behavior, announces that their family is ruined. She admits that she is 4 months pregnant with Amin's kid and demands to know where the bomb is kept. Despite Nisa's pleas, Amin remains silent, driven by a desire for vengeance over the murder of his eldest son. During his brother's wedding in Washington, D.C., American soldiers wrongfully accused Amin, a fine man from Iraq residing in England, of terrorism and attacked his family, killing their kid. He then promised to exact retribution and demolish Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Jake communicates with his wife via video call to reassure her of his safety. However, the mysterious individuals downstairs catch his eye. He hangs off the phone and pursues them, only to realize that they are mercenaries out to capture Amin. Jake quickly rushes them, but when he realizes their might in numbers, he flees with Amin and Nisa. Several CIA operatives are killed in the mayhem, but Jake saves Amin and his wife by getting them into a car. Jake cannot contact anyone because the mercenaries have commandeered all communication networks. He is unaware of who is sponsoring the mercenaries, but he recognizes their high level of training. Furthermore, the mercenaries continue to chase Jake's car, eventually blocking the route. Jake's only option is to return to the airport and defend Amin and Nisa. Inside, Amin questions Jake about whether they are after him or Jake himself. Jake reassures him that they are after Amin, not him. They decide to separate, with Jake planning to eliminate the mercenaries and Amin protecting Nisa. Shortly after, one of the mercenaries discovers Amin and Nisa. Just as the mercenary is going to kidnap Amin, Jake arrives and kills him. Jake realizes that the mercenaries want Amin alive, most likely because of the bomb he carries. He tries to force Amin to reveal the bomb's location, but Amin refuses since he believes Jake would not protect him if he did. Amin pledges to reveal the bomb's location, provided Jake facilitates their safe escape. Jake agrees and promptly places protective vests on Amin and Nisa. Following that, they flee to the upper floors. Meanwhile, in another room, Jackson, the mercenary leader, is coordinating with his 2 top soldiers, Dunbar and Ward. Jackson orders them to catch Amin Mansour before midnight. Amin's participation is required to find the explosives and make a video statement. Shortly later, Jackson's thugs breach the CCTV and find Jake, who is bringing Amin and Nisa to the 5th floor. Jackson then orders Ward and Dunbar to apprehend them. At the same moment, Jake transports them to the 5th floor, knowing that CIA Chief Mike and his team are waiting on the 7th floor. To get there, Jake had to fight the mercenaries who had discovered them again. After a difficult battle, Jake was able to carry Amin and Nisa to the 7th floor, where Mike questioned Jake about the mercenaries' goals. Jake does not have all the information, but he guesses they want Amin alive. Following that, Jake invited Amin to a talk. Jake persuades Amin to reveal the bomb's location, promising security and legal immunity. Hearing this, Amin requested time to ponder on his own. On the other hand, Nisa treats Jenny's injuries, exposing her background as a doctor. She then approaches Amin and urges him to reveal the location of the device before the mercenaries uncover it. Meanwhile, Jenny asks Jake if Amin has given the location of the device. Jake then outlines their arrangement, stating that Amin would reveal the spot once they are secure. Jake shows a phone he obtained from the mercenaries, which reveals their identity as Team Fembridge from Virginia, with the purpose of capturing Amin alive. However, their leader is unclear. At the same time, Mike called Amin and requested that he listen to a woman's voice recording on his laptop. When Amin listened attentively, he discovered that the woman's voice was identical to the one who incited Amin to destroy Washington, D.C. Amin also realized the voice was Jenny's. When Mike heard that, he immediately raised his gun at Jenny, demanding that she confess whether she had organized everything. Jenny denied it, claiming that many individuals worldwide had similar voices. Suddenly, they were attacked again by Jackson's thugs, resulting in a gunfight. Amin attempted to flee with his wife, but Jackson's henchmen apprehended him, while Nisa managed to flee downstairs. Jake hurried to save Amin, battling Dunbar after witnessing his abduction. Unfortunately, Dunbar beat Jake, who was already fatigued. Ward was simultaneously apprehended. Mike and Jenny carried out his execution, supporting Mike's earlier claim that Jenny was the mastermind behind the attack. Jenny also enlisted Jackson's crew to apprehend Amin, with the purpose of acquiring the bomb for her own advantage. Jenny didn't know where Amin was hiding the explosives, so she had to capture him alive. They interrogated Amin and tortured him to discover the location of the device. Despite the abuse, Amin refused to reveal anything, prompting Jenny to order her thugs to apprehend Nisa, hoping that torturing her would force Amin to speak. Jenny's henchmen hurried downstairs to find Nisa. Meanwhile, Jake was back on his feet, quickly dispatching one of Jenny's goons looking for Nisa. Then he encountered another henchman who had kidnapped Nisa, resulting in another confrontation. Jake eventually overpowered him and dressed himself in a mercenary uniform to blend in, alleging to have captured Nisa. Jake was able to roam freely while holding Nisa captive. Jenny hadn't recognized it was Jake yet, so she instantly intimidated Amin, forcing him to reveal the location of the explosives. Amin confessed that it was in Container 90. Jenny then directed her henchmen to notify Jackson so that the explosive could be secured. Jenny then washed Amin's face and forced him to record a threatening video for the American government, threatening to detonate the bomb. Amin first objected, but Jenny threatened Nisa's life, so he grudgingly agreed to read the letter as ordered. The letter claimed Amin was pursuing vengeance in Washington, D.C., and wanted $500 million to spare the city. Jenny killed Amin soon after recording it, and went to meet Jackson to fetch the device. She framed Amin to blackmail the government in order to obtain the money and the explosives. Jenny then ordered his men to kill Nisa and join her unaware of Jake's presence. Jake killed Jenny's henchmen and told Nisa to wait, while he went to apprehend Jenny and Jackson. Jake's disguise initially deceived Jackson's thugs, but when Dunbar located him on the train, they got into a battle. Jake led Dunbar and his men to a warehouse because he realized they were too strong. Jake went carefully through the warehouse, aiming to eliminate everyone. After successfully eliminating all of Jackson's henchmen, Jake engaged with Dunbar for a final showdown in which Jake triumphed. Meanwhile, Jackson was observed transporting the container containing Amin's bomb to the airstrip. He intended to board the ambulance carrying the bomb and leave Washington, D.C. Jenny would wait on the plane, her assignment complete. At the same moment, Jake had arrived and was secretly following Jackson. He also knew the signal jammer had been disabled, so he promptly called his FBI boss for aid. Suddenly, one of Jackson's thugs approached, but Jake defeated him. Following that, Jake attacked Jackson's remaining henchmen. After defeating them all, Jake met Jackson in a deadly duel. Despite their strength, Jake was able to handcuff Jackson rather than murder him, ensuring that he faced the law. Jenny surrendered inside the plane after Jake had defeated all of the mercenaries and henchmen. However, she warned that this was only the beginning, as she and her team had devised a much bigger plan. The FBI arrived shortly thereafter and captured Jenny. Jake then snatched Jenny's phone and removed Amin's threat video before it could spread. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.